Dear colleagues, I'd like to start my topic about discuss the yesterday news, how the hotel in the Zaporizhia, Russian Zetan forces destroyed by the rocket system. Here have dislocation the workers and officers at the humanitarian organization which help of Ukraine and it's very interesting. The manager and military workers here or staff of the defense of Ukraine Defense Office there is no as a symmetry. We have information how one drone was destroyed in the Odintsovsky district, the southwest of Moscow, and one drones fell down in the Karamshevskaya набережная, Moscow River, in the between Odintsovsky rayon and Kremlin. So the despite how the Russian media told about the feared population, local population, I must to note that the Karamshskaya набережная had a hydrotechnical object. Here the dump in the Moscow River. So this is not a psychological war. This is a real military actions against the anti-air system of the Moscow. The first part of my topic, as I promised last night, and before it, I must to apologize how the yesterday morning I can to take a topic due to I have not simply have not time. But today, as I promised yesterday, the about Sivo. Suddenly the Ukraine story for the both countries, especially since the Ukraine hand have been expanded to the sea, to the air, and deep of the territory of Russian Federation. And despite the occupants' counteroffensive Zetan forces with the Donetsk and Lugansk militias, the attack Navy drones in the Black Sea of Ukraine very impression and announced the north coast of the Black Sea since Tamansky Peninsula to the Abkhazia as a military zone. Certainly, this is a very impression. And the threat of the rest season. Jesus. And so the according to international law, Azov Sea must be divided of the Ukraine and Russia, and certainly there's a situation in the close to the freedom of the swimming, ship swimming via the Kerchensky Strait to the Bertyansk and Mariupol. Also, here this is a very tension about very dangerous about the military actions in the Azovsky Sea. How it will be? If you remember right now, Bundeswehr have a plan to supply to Kiev Taurus, rockets Taurus. With the, if you know, all now this is Taurus, the mirror of the Iskander. If you remember, when Pentagon, with the personal decision of Joe Biden, decided to supply to Ukraine the cluster bomb, and Kiev promised don't use against the civil space of this is a weapon. And so I think, and during the month, almost month, Kiev don't use the cluster bomb against the civil population. But in the condition of the whole mines of the field, cluster bomb is very effective rather than for the demining the field space in front of the counteroffensive Ukraine troops. So the Taurus, Kiev, Vladimir Zelensky, Zaluzhny came to the promise to German don't use the Taurus against the Russian regime. But as according to the Euronews interpretation, this is possible. This is potential. Ukraine forces can to use this is rockets for the outflank of the anti-air system, front anti-air defense of the ZN forces and Donetsk and Lugansk militias. For example, the towers came to the launch near the Odessa, and flying over the sea space of the Black Sea in the south direction, near the territorial water of the Turkish, and hit from the south direction to the north part of the Black Sea, the coast of the Krasnodarski Krai. So the another story, Taurus can be launched near Chernihiv, Sumy, Poltava into the east direction, and for the outflank of the deep rear of the ZN forces, and hit from the since Lugansk, Donetsk Oblast, and destroy here communication. Jesus. So certainly I think the Crimea bridge have not big defense, strong defense since the north. The second before the second part of my topic, with the connection of the convention of the COP in the first, the preliminary caucus in the Iowa of the GOP, I'd like to tell how the Dems have a big success, and Dems need to more advertisement that this is success. For example, the unemployment more or less for the since the modern modern history of the economical life of the United States of America. One day I had a tweet from the Mike Pence when mm, he was vice president. The employment, staff employment, um, uh, uh, the record was 3.6%. And so right now, Biden-Harris administration achieved the result 3.5%. And totally, however, the population of the States of America are increasing year to year, and labor forces increasing the same. And the struggle with, if you remember, the previous administration increasing improving the money mass in the money circulation in United States of America due to the pandemic, where the was straight checks for ordinary Americans for the support due to the lockdown. And certainly this is was effect of the affect the jump of the inflation in the United States of America. And new administration, Biden-Harris administration, Biden-Harris administration and U.S. Fed under the leadership Jerome Powell, who stay at this position after the previous administration, had a successful struggle of it, and inflation consists of 3.2%. So despite this understanding, what about need to think further? And certainly this is success, and trend of this success will be continue in the next year. This is necessary for the nearest preparing of the campaign 2024. And here we have a very interesting information how the Greg Abbott, Republican, one of the well-known Republican governors, have sent by with the use of the ground transport migrants for the Dem state blamed these actions. With these actions, how the Dems have not struggled with the illegal migrants. Jesus, but it's so and in comparison, the previously above my words, the spectators came to the taken conclusion how the Greg Abbott have a big migration play game with the migration card. And the second part of my topic. Oh Jesus, this was a second part. And the last topic of today, it's very interesting how the economical unity, this was the second part of my topic, unity, ECOWAS, as said Anthony Blinken, have benefits in the fight with the new regime in the new year. This is another hand of the economical analysis of economical situation, and certainly all sanctions, all the termination of the trade economical cooperation with the neighbors very difficult for the regime in the this is a poor country in the southwest of the Africa. Jesus and and the last topic of today. One day, last year, one day, Lord Austin told about how the Pentagon granted to the Ukraine 40 armored ships, for 40. This was period when Zelensky allusion only just only had been planned the counteroffensive. It was last year, and right now this is armored ships, small ships in the via Dnipro. Ukraine forces has for the descent on the left coast of the against the Donetsk and Lugansk militia in the Zaporizhia. So thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.